Overpowered Villains, one video is not nearly enough. So we made two. This is the second video, the top 5 overpowered DC villains. Be sure to check out our first video, which is the top 5 overpowered Marvel villains, and the link is in the description box below. Welcome to Comimatic, and today I will be counting down the top 5 overpowered DC villains. DC has some of the most powerful and dangerous villains in all of comics, so it makes total sense to rank some of these stupidly overpowered bad guys. Just a reminder, press the subscribe button and ring the bell icon so you will never miss our videos. Also, I am not going to include the supreme beings like the Presence or the Great Evil Beast, and I am keeping Angels, Archangels and the Endless out of this list because I think that they deserve completely separate videos. With these in mind, let's begin. Number 5. Darkseid. Okay, you guys might have guessed that Darkseid will be in this list, and of course you were right. I mean, this guy is strong enough to break unbreakable things like the Mother Box, the Green Lantern power rings, strong enough to overpower the strongest beings in all of DC like pre-crisis Superman, Valzod, the entire team of heroes from Earth 2, the entire Justice League, and even gods like Zeus. He is fast enough to catch Superman by surprise and react in nanoseconds. He is so durable that almost nothing can hurt him. He is virtually immortal. He also has extreme levels of telepathy, telekinesis, and other psionic powers. He has a little something called the Omega effect that can do a wide range of things, from destroying a planet to trapping someone in an endless cycle of death. He can even manipulate matter. He has cosmic awareness, so he can sense things happening in the universe. Pretty powerful, right? Well, it turns out that this is just the tip of the iceberg. This Darkseid that we have seen is just one of the many emanations or avatars of the real Darkseid. Now, this true Darkseid is a non-corporeal god who exists outside of our three-dimensional multiverse and is powerful beyond our understanding. In the Final Crisis storyline, this true Darkseid fell, and his fall caused all of multiversal space-time to collapse on itself, threatening to destroy our reality. So you do not mess with Darkseid. Number 4. The AntiMonitor. He was one of the first beings to exist in our multiverse. The very purpose of his existence was to destroy and keep the edge of creation free of life. Along with his brothers, the Monitor, whose purpose was to monitor and preserve the multiverse, and the World Forger, whose purpose is to create universes. So the classic concept of creator, preserver, and destroyer. The AntiMonitor is the overlord of the antimatter universe, and he is infinitely powerful. He is mostly energy, so it's basically impossible to kill him, and even if he is destroyed, then he will just reform in the 6th dimension. Now, according to Mr. Mixespitlick, the first dimension is a point, the second dimension is a line. The third dimension is what we experience, things with length, breadth and height, having a particular shape, volume and weight. The fourth dimension is time, and the fifth dimension is imagination, where time, space, matter, everything is free-flowing with no rules to govern it. So the beings from 5th dimension have unlimited control over the lower dimensions. And then there is the 6th dimension, a realm that exists even beyond imagination. It's like the control room of our multiverse, and only the most powerful and highest of beings can exist there. And the AntiMonitor is one of them. In the Crisis on Infinite Earths storyline, the AntiMonitor literally destroyed countless positive matter universes and absorbed many of those to increase his own antimatter universe. He wanted to destroy every single positive matter universe so that only his antimatter universe exists and only he remains as its one true god. Just imagine this, he literally wiped out uncountable number of universes, and this was at a time when there were infinite universes, not just 52. And also no hero or being was able to stop him, which is insane because at this time the DC characters were crazy strong. Superman could pull a line of planets or push the frigging sun. Even after all of this, he still has other abilities like reality warping, matter manipulation, unlimited psionic powers, and a stamina that puts Atlas to shame. This guy actually fought the Monitor constantly for 1 million years. It seems that he can absorb unlimited amount of energy and has the potential to actually reach the top of this list. Number 3. Yuga Khan. He is Darkseid's daddy. Okay, that came out a little creepy, but seriously, this guy is the biological father of Darkseid, and Darkseid is genuinely afraid of him. Do I need to say anything else? Well, Yuga Khan is considered to be one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful of the old gods. He has done things that are considered downright impossible in the DC universe. For example, he has actually come back from the other side of the source wall. Now, as many of you know, the source is often said to be a reservoir of infinite energy that once created our very multiverse. Although it's still pretty unclear about what it really is, but one thing is for certain. The source wall, that is this unbreachable barrier between our multiverse and the source, exists at the very edge of creation, and anyone who touches the wall basically becomes a part of it. They get trapped in it for all of eternity and there is no coming back. Except for Yuga, who frigging came back. He can manipulate energy and matter. He is infinitely strong, durable, fast, but frankly, at his level of power, physical strength is almost irrelevant. He has vast psionic powers, possibly even greater than Darkseid. He once defeated the entire New Genesis army, which is basically a god army, single-handedly, and he killed almost all of them. Now, many of you know about the Omega effect which Darkseid has, or uses mostly. Highfather has something similar called the Alpha effect, and Orion has his Astro Force. Now, all of these are parts of the source, so what Darkseid does is manipulate a small part of the source, same as Highfather and Orion, and basically all the new gods, because all of them are linked to the source more or less. Even all of the new gods' technology uses the source in some way or the other. Yuga Khan can actually manipulate the source in a whole different level than the other new gods. He literally switched off Darkseid's Omega effect, because as much as Darkseid tried, he couldn't fire his Omega beams. Yuga Khan actually even cut off all the new gods from the source, and this is not even the limit. Once Darkseid ran away from Yuga Khan, and well, after running for some time, he just came back to him. That's because Yuga Khan can also control reality, and you can't really run away from that. And then there are statements like the energy he uses to open his eyes can actually shake a moon from its orbit. Now, I don't know about you guys, but to me that's really overpowered. Number 2, Mandrak. Just like the AntiMonitor, the Monitor is also one of the very first beings to exist, and just like the AntiMonitor, if he is ever damaged or destroyed, he will then simply reform in the very highest plane of existence, which is the 6th dimension. Now, as I said, they reform. They don't reincarnate. These gods, they change. They adapt. So the once infinitely powerful monitor who was just one guy split up and became many. Monitor Dax Novu was one of the very first monitors who were formed from the original monitor. He got corrupted and became a dark vampiric god who was later known as the Dark Monitor. Just think of an omnipotent, all-powerful god who became a frigging vampire and feeds on the very multiverse. That's basically Mandrak. Technically, he feeds on the bleed, which is the fluid matter in the space between universes. But exactly how powerful is he? Well, you tell me, because he can shatter entire universes effortlessly. He can destroy the entire multiverse if he wants to. He has unlimited power, which basically is beyond what we can even understand. I mean, one of his energy beams possessed the heat of 10 billion suns. Now, there is no limit to his physical powers or psionic powers, and for beings of the sixth dimension, altering matter, energy, reality in our universes is not a question of ability, it's a question of skills. These are not powers for them, they just have to figure out how to do this. Think about that for a second. Also, did I mention that Mandrak could not be stopped by the cosmic armor Superman? Imagine a Superman who has to win, just like any other Silver Age Superman story. Now, it does not matter how powerful the villain is, Superman will win. Why? Because the writer wants him to. Now, imagine a Superman who literally embodies this concept that Superman will be as powerful as he needs to. He will even get new powers if he needs to. That is Cosmic Armor Superman, and Mandrak made him bleed, which is a whole new level of overpowered. Now, before moving on to number 1, I will make a few honorable mentions. Necron, Volthoom, Trigon, Imperiex Prime. Okay, now number 1, Perpetua. So, finally, we're at the very top of this list, and with the kind of power levels that we have seen for the last few minutes, there was only one being who could actually exceed them, and that is Perpetua, the creator of the DC multiverse. So it turns out that the hand that Krona saw, which held the multiverse in its time of creation, was actually Perpetua's hand. And well, she is an evil dark goddess, a super celestial who literally created what we call creation. Think about that. She thought the whole multiverse into existence, and she is also the mother of the first beings of our multiverse, the Monitor, the World Forger, and the AntiMonitor. It's pretty much pointless to talk about how powerful she is. I mean, think about the sheer vastness of a being who created everything. Think of any frigging power you can, she has it. Of course she has it. She has total control of everything you can think of. Energy, matter, antimatter, dark matter, reality. And it's unlimited, at least in our multiverse. It's been said that there are other super celestials just like Perpetua who also created other multiverses, but they haven't been shown yet. So as of now, she is the ultimate. Well, that's it for this list. Let us know what you thought of the video and comment below if you think we missed someone. Hit like and share the video and subscribe to the channel. As I have said many times before, that is what keeps us going. Stay safe and thanks for watching.